Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, guys. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Welcome, everyone. This evening is trading in the zone, so mindset, trend following, and using trading systems. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Gerald, welcome. Gerald, welcome. We'll get started shortly. We'll get started shortly, guys. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Hey, Tylak, welcome, Tylak, welcome.
Hi, David.
Hello, hello. We'll get started shortly. This evening is trading in the zone, so mindset, trading systems, and trend following. We'll get started shortly. Hello, Raymond. Welcome, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. This evening, trading in the zone mindset and trend following. We'll get started shortly. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Kawisi, welcome. Welcome, Kawisi, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. Hey, Zaire, welcome, Zaire.
Thank you, David. Good evening.
Good evening. We'll get started shortly, guys. This evening, trading in the zone for mindset, trend following, and using trading systems. We'll incorporate all three as we look at the markets this evening. We'll get started shortly. All right. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me share my trading screen. So as you guys know, we'll go over mindset, trading in the zone, trend following. So we want to follow the trends, be on the right side of the trade. All right. And then we want to incorporate our trading systems as we go through the markets here. All right. Please interrupt me if you guys have any questions. All right. Good. Market looks good for the first time in a while, right? Markets improving. All right. We finally have all sell signals. So we have all sell, right, or buy to cover signals on the indexes. So you guys should see this here. So that's encouraging for longs. All right. So the Dow, the S&P, NASDAQ, and the Russell all gave sell signals to close out the shorts, guys. All right, so that's very good news. All right, so what we're hoping for now, we need buy signals. Okay, so we need buy signals. Very, very choppy, but look here. All right, price broke resistance today. All right, right here, that sell short signal had to be covered. So buy to cover or closed right here. So we're looking for buying to continue in the market, right? And hopefully we can start getting some buy signals. All right. So very, very encouraging for the markets. The VIX is moving lower. We'll take a look at that. All right. So shorts, if you guys are shorting or getting puts, we need to be very, very careful shorting this market here. All right. So just keep that in mind. So the Dow, the S&P looks very similar. All right. So here's the S&P right here. Same thing. All right. So that short was covered right here. Buyers are coming in, breaking resistance here. And we would like to see some follow through. All right. We've turned on, we've moved everything from a weekly time frame to a daily time frame. All right. And we've also turned on our long signals. So markets give a buy signal, we'll have it, we'll see it, right? Here's the NASDAQ here. And we're starting to see a lot of tech stocks, right, showing up in heat seeker. So those of you who use, I know Tilak, right? You've got some of our stock systems really pay attention, all right, to your heat seeker system. All right. We've seen a lot of activity. Here is the NASDAQ right here closed. Here was the sell short, buy to cover here. We might get some consolidation. All right. So we might get some consolidation before we get a buy signal. Now it could move lower. All right. But from the price action right now, we look good to move higher. All right. And on the Russell, the IWM, the Russell, same thing here. All right. All right. So we're getting some buying coming in. The VIX is absolutely moving lower. All right. So we are 23 on the VIX, 2388. All right. And as you guys know, as the VIX moves lower, that's very bullish for the market. All right. For the stock market. An area that we would hope that we need to get below 20 to become very bullish. So below 20, 20 is about right here. All right. 20 is about right here. So we need to get at 20 and below, right? That's very bullish. But even right here is good, right? We came from a high of around 36, 37. So that's good. So we need the selling to continue, right? Selling to continue to get below 20 If it can get below 20, 18, 16, 17, and or even lower, very, very good, we'll see this market really move higher. Okay, so we've been talking about biotech, right? Biotech stocks. We've been talking about healthcare, right? Those are the sectors, right? Biotech is the industry, right? Healthcare is the sector, right? And we've been seeing buying, right, into that group. Now, what has happened is that we've got more sectors, guys. If you look here, we've got more sectors that are moving higher now, that are breaking out. All right. So here are the indexes, right? The Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell, all here. They were red, going down. Now they're going up. All right. All right. So that's the trend right now, right? They're going up. Now, these are the sectors here. All right. So biotech right here is at 26. So that's above 20, 26. All right. So that's trending nicely up. That's the sector we need to be in. Healthcare. Hey, Stella, welcome. All right. So healthcare, and within healthcare, biotech. All right. That's the group we want to be in. Now we're seeing moves in consumer staples. Like I said, technology. Okay, so pay attention to those. All right. Consumer discretionary right here. Some transportation. Transportation is moving up. But biotech, you guys should not miss this rotation. All right. We've got traders that are in these in biotech, and they've done really well in the past week and a half, 2 weeks. Okay, you guys should have been building your watch list. You guys should have been building your watch list and taking positions, all right, in biotech stocks. All right. That's about it. All right, as far as the equity markets. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, another interesting move with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin closed, all right, the sell short signal. So the sell short signal on Bitcoin on the daily time frame closed. All right. Any triggers, any buy signals, any our entries will be on the daily time frame. All right, on the daily time frame. Too much noise on the 240. All right, to the daily time frame. But guess what? Close the sell short signal. We do not have a buy signal yet. All right, we do not have a buy signal yet, but that's encouraging for Bitcoin. All right, so but no buying yet, right? No buying yet. All right. Any questions? Any questions on the indexes? Any questions on the indexes? Any questions on this rotation? This is a big deal. This could really, if the markets, the equity markets indexes give buy signals, these sectors are going to do really well, in particular biotech. Any questions here? Anyone? Is anyone in these in any of the biotech stocks, healthcare stocks? Anyone? No one is in these stocks?
Wait, what was the question? Sorry.
Yeah, is anyone, can you guys hear me okay?
Okay, yeah.
You guys can hear me okay? Okay. Yeah, is anyone in any of the healthcare stocks? Stella, I think you took some positions, right?
Yeah, I took a bunch of positions.
Okay, okay. How are your positions? When did you start getting in?
I got in, I've been watching some for a while. So I got in yesterday and then I got in today and like they already went up. I was really surprised.
Okay, very good. Keep building. You have Stock Boss, right? So
yeah.
You can manage, and that's on the daily time frame. So you can manage quite a few, right? So keep looking for opportunities. A lot of these biotech, we'll take a look at Stock Boss, but a lot of these biotechs stocks had really good markdown phases where we're getting them at the bottom, all right, and they're inexpensive, All right, so you could build a really nice portfolio. Okay, and just keep them on the don't move that time frame. Keep them on that daily time frame. Okay.
Yeah, there was one stock that I think was going for less than $1. And at its height, it was $140.
Yeah.
And it has a buy signal. So I was really surprised by that.
Yeah. Yeah. And just think about that, right? How much was it, Stella? It fell from, it was 100
Yeah, I
and
think it
what?
was 140 or 120 to
Okay.
98 cents or something like that.
98 cents. Yeah. And that's what we want.
You remember the ticker on it?
Yeah, let me look for it. I
Thailand.
wrote them all down. I'll tell you in a minute.
You guys want to go Thailand? You have Stock Boss. So you guys want to really every evening after it runs, Stock Boss will run automatically at 4:30. So 5 o'clock, just or anytime in the evening, just take a look at those opportunities. But focus on biotech.
Okay.
Hey Stacy, welcome. Yeah, it's worth the time to just, especially right now, guys. Yeah, we could see some, it doesn't, we don't know how long it will last, but the market's been oversold for a while, right? So we could see some, a nice rally, right? Is Bitcoin simply following the move in Ethereum? No, Bitcoin is following the move in the markets, right? So so while Stella's looking up that symbol, if you guys notice here, if we take any of the indexes here, right? So the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ, right? This sell short signal that closed here. If we look at Bitcoin here, very similar. The sell short signal here closed, right? At about the same time, right? We had Bitcoin closed today, closed the sell short signal, and we had two indexes closed today. So yeah, it's Bitcoin is following the market. All right, so we could see a move in Bitcoin higher. All right, as the market moves higher. All right, good question. Stella, you have that symbol? Is she finding it? I think she's trying to find it. All right.
Sorry, I was just opening my system now.
Oh, okay.
I'm pulling it out.
Okay. So right here, guys, look at this. You guys know, right? We do this every evening, right? And you guys know this has been red. All these sectors have been going down, right? So now they're buyers. Buyers are coming in, right? Buyers are coming in. Hey, Zaya, you have a question?
Yeah, David, how many rotation have you seen in your time for Bitcoin?
Oh, for Bitcoin. Oh, I thought you were going to say the market. For Bitcoin, how many rotations? I would say about 5 or so, 5 or 6 on the daily time frame. Yeah, or probably a bit more, but not a like a rotation where, if you guys look here, and not a rotation on the daily time frame, that many, but on the weekly time frame, look at this. I mean, Bitcoin's been going up straight up for a while. This is over here. When COVID hit, that was the first big pullback, right? And then now, and there was some other big pullbacks, but I wouldn't call Bitcoin a rotation. All right, a rotation is when we have think of it like a different group, right? A new sector, or in Forex, a different set of peers, so Bitcoin is basically, I would just say it's either long or short, right? So I wouldn't call it a rotation, but there's been some longs and shorts several opportunities to go long and short. So yeah, if you're referring to that, yeah, here is our let's take a look here. If you look here, Zaire, here would have been some opportunities to go long here, to go long, right? So this was August of last year. So a long, 2 opportunities to go long, all right? And then towards the end of last year into this year, right? Opportunity go short here, that long failed, and then another opportunity to go short here. That was what, May to about July here. So in the last year, basically year, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities to trade it. Yeah, to trade. If that's what you're referring to. Yeah. So on the daily time frame, we can count this one here too. All right. So this is a year and a half. We had another opportunity here to go short here. Pretty good trading using the system, right? So really good trading by the system. On the daily time frame, we're getting really good swings, right? So really good swings. Here, this one here failed, right? This one here failed, but if we go back a year and a half, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very profitable trades, right? 1 loss, 1 losing trade. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very profitable trades. So when we get if we get a buy signal on the daily time frame, this is the daily time frame, we'll take it seriously. All right, we'll definitely take it seriously because it trades really well on the daily time frame. All right, good question, good question. Stella, do you have that symbol?
Yeah, sorry, I was exaggerating. It was actually $10, not a dollar. It's KOD.
Oh, okay, KOD.
KOD.
Okay, KOD. All right. Let's take a look at it. And you said it came from 140? Okay.
I think so.
KOD.
KOD.
Okay, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Came from a high all the way up here. All right. And so Stella, you in this, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Good job. Look at that, guys.
The nosedive was back on February 23rd. They missed it dipped by 73%. They missed their phase 2 primary endpoint trial.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, so wow. Yeah, gap down right here. You're right, earnings, right? Gap down right here. All right. So this is the goal. This is why we want to follow, follow the trends, right? I imagine, I always like to look at this, right? The sell signal, guys, by the system. And this evening we'll talk more about the trading system, right? Here was the sell signal to get out, buy signal here, sell signal to get in, to get out here. Look at the selling, right? So, right, boy, could you imagine getting up in there in this area and still holding, right? But you got a nice buy signal here, Stella. This is one that on the daily time frame, unlike Forex, unlike Monster Scalper that we do with Monster Scalper, on the daily time frame with these stocks, you guys can hold them quite a bit. Okay, so let's open it up. All right, so buy signal came in right around 8. You came in right around 10, you said, Stella? Hey, Charity, welcome. You got in right around 10?
Yeah. A
Okay.
little earlier.
Okay, so good. All right, so look, it's testing resistance right here. It's actually breaking resistance now. All right, so breaking resistance right here. It's above that. Pretty good support, right? Pretty good support down there. You're getting it at the bottom. This is what we want. All right, we're getting it at the very bottom. Very good. Look at that. Very good consolidation here at the bottom. So that's your floor with lots of upside potential. Look at that. All right, you're buying it at the bottom, right? Right, with lots of upside potential. You're not buying it at the high. Okay, so good job. Good job. Those of you who use Bullmaster, Tyler, you have both. Really pay attention. Okay, this is a stock here, and we've got a watch list going. All right, and we'll look at opportunities. In that, this is a good one here also. All right, this is a biotech, CYDY. All right, buy signal here. This went up today. I think it was up 34%, and that's really good for a stock, right? 34% in one day is really good. All right, and it was at 43 cents. Opened up, I think, 43 cents this morning. It closed at 59 cents. All right, so really pay attention to Stock Boss, guys. All right, really pay, especially Stock Boss. All right, and then Bullmaster and your Heat Seeker. Okay, biotech. So biotech, a lot of biotech, lots of healthcare. That's the rotation. All right, so that is absolutely where we need to be. All right, healthcare, biotech. There is some medical equipment in there, all right, within healthcare, but focus on biotech. All right. The next area that we're seeing that's popping up that they're buying, all right, is financials. Okay, so take a look at financials. All right, look at this right here. Look at this gap down, right? Be careful, make sure you get nice accumulation, right? Right, buy signals, wait for your buy signals, use the system, right? Use the system, wait for the buy signals. All right, this one right here, I would keep on my radar. It's at 7 cents, guys. It's at 7 cents. Okay, it fell from, look at that. It fell from $6.50 all the way up here, and it's at 7 cents. All right. And it's got really good volume. Okay, so also pay attention. I don't know if you guys do this, but pay attention, use the system, pay attention to the volume. This one has 145 million shares being traded. Okay, so a lot of volume in this stock right here. Wait for some buying to come in. It's holding, wait for the buyers to come in. It does have a buy signal. Okay. Financials, we talked about healthcare, technology. We're starting to see a lot of, the NASDAQ took a big hit. I think the NASDAQ moved lower than any of the other sectors. All right, so we could see really nice moves in technology stocks. We're starting to see here, and you guys know this hasn't been showing up like this, right? All right, so look at here, a lot of technology stocks, all right, showing up in Heat Seeker. All right, so start looking for opportunities. They're not moving yet like biotech, but they will if this market, look at this here, right? $1 close today at $1.76. All right. Right. Came from a high. Let's look at a higher time frame. look at the monthly time frame. Came from a high of $13. Okay, $1.76. All right. All right. So biotech. All right, financials. I am really starting to like, this might be the second rotation that you guys want to get into. I feel that it might surpass biotech. Okay, so technology, build your watch list. So Stellar, right? I know Tylac, Charity, right? Build your watch list for technology, right? Charity, how you've got some biotechs, right? How are they doing? Let's see here.
Yeah, they're right now.
Are they holding? Are they holding up for you?
Yeah, they're holding up really well. I'm keeping an eye out for the scale up opportunity because right now a lot of them are consolidating. So they're
Okay.
in that kind of consolidation
Okay.
phase. They either have new resistance lines and they're waiting to break out that resistance, or they're about to form the resistance line.
Okay, but they're still holding in nicely in the markup phase for you.
Yeah, I only had to close out one of them. So.
Okay. Okay. All right. Keep adding. Right. Find the ones that are inexpensive. Okay, guys. So if they're like here, if they're $9, $10, $8, in stock boss, I wouldn't trade them. Find the ones that are a lot less. All right. Here is one GAN, right? Nice markdown phase. That's what we want. One nice price action, nice selling, right? And then we just want to wait for that buy signal. This is one that we want to have on our radar. All right, 364. Where can you find a stock that's $3.64 that the institutions are buying with nice markdown phase, guys? Nice markdown phase. We're getting a really cheap price, right? Good support. Buyers are coming in here. All right, 364. Once you guys do this enough, you'll never buy these expensive stocks. All right.
Are we waiting for a buy signal on that? I mean, that does look like a good setup right there, but do we wait for a buy signal?
Yeah, wait for a buy signal, and it should come in soon. All right. Yeah, absolutely wait for a buy signal. Okay. Build your watch list. Okay, build your watch list. And this on a daily time frame, so it doesn't take a lot of time. Once, you know, in the evening, right, you're done with work, right, you just go through them. You go through them. You look for your buy signals. And like the one Charity said, she closed out, right? It closed out and gave a sell signal that day. So you close it out, you know, at the end of the day, you put in your sell signal so that the next day it close it out. So you can manage, right, a lot of stocks, a lot of cheap stocks. That's the way we want to do it. All right. So if one gives a sell signal, no big deal. You've got many others, right, in there. All right. And you could build a nice portfolio. Sometimes these will run on the daily time frame. We could see, you know, a good 3 months, 6 months, even a year. All right. Where it could hold, the system will hold the trade. All right. So technology, keep an eye on technology. All right. There's another one here. All right. That's not really good. We want nice markdown phase, right? Nice markdown phase. Buyers are coming in. This is one here to watch, CLOV. You guys will have so much opportunities, too much opportunities, right? You can't trade them all. Find the best setups. All right. All right. Okay, here is one here. Nice buy signal right here. Buy signal came in at 397. It's at 443 right now. Okay. All right. So Here's another one here. So many opportunities. Buy signal came in at 177, right? Close today at 180, 186. Came from a high of what's that, $14, $15. So even if you got halfway, if you just got into this area in here and gave you a sell signal, you know, you're up to a little over 200% profit. Okay, so all right, so focus on equities. We've seen some nice price action here, right? Nice price action. All right, so it's not what we think. We see the price action happening in here. We see the VIX coming down. We see these indexes, buying is coming into these indexes, right? They're still consolidating a bit in here, but they're moving higher. All right. So good job, guys. Continue to build your watch list. Let's talk about Forex. All right, and Monster Scalper. And we want to continue when we do this, right, on Wednesdays. Focus on the trends. We want to be on the right side of the trades, right? We want to be disciplined, right? We want to stay in the trades, right? Get out when we get sell signals, get in when we get buy signals. All right. Anyone in, this is Swiss yen. Anyone in Swiss yen? Anyone in Swiss yen?
Yeah, I got in. No, New Zealand Swiss. Sorry, the one that this morning got in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Swiss yen and odd yen.
Okay, so Stella, you in Swiss?
I'm in Swiss as well.
Okay, and Aussie yen.
Odd yen and odd CHF, I think.
Odd C. Okay, Aussie CHF also.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, Amy, welcome. And Charity, which ones are you in?
The CHF as well. And then
CHF. Okay.
also the British pound.
Okay, and the pound yen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys didn't close out the positions on the pullbacks?
No.
No, they're still all open.
Actually got a little brave and I added to my pound today on the pullback.
You added on your pound? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You guys are trading. This is amazing. No one got out on the pullbacks on the yen pairs. The yen pairs are aggressive, you know. That's a major accomplishment, right? That's a major accomplishment that you guys, that you stayed with the trade. All right. Good job. That's a big part of your work, right? Staying with the trade. We'll go through the yen pairs, right? We'll go through the yen pairs. And then we'll go through some of the Aussie pairs, Aussie and New Zealand pairs. We added these as a part of the rotation. Okay, these pairs here, the Aussie Kiwi pairs, they'll go along with the yen pairs too. All right, so they'll go along with the yen pairs. So let's go through a few of them. All right, but stop me if you guys have any questions. So Swiss, right? Here is resistance right here. We've been looking at that area. We got past that resistance. Here was our buy signal all the way here. All right, so we're above it. We pull back, right? So this should have scared you guys, right? But not enough to close the trade. So good job, right? Good job not closing the trade. All right, so we'll look, the next target right here is this resistance right here. So we want to go back, right? And now retest this resistance and break it. If we get a close above this, right? We can add. Did anyone add, take a second position or just your first initial position on this buy signal here? Did anyone add already?
No, I still got the same position originally.
Okay, so you haven't added, Gerald, yet?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I don't know. That first pullback with that white candle, that freaked me out. I was like, here we go again with these yen pairs. But no, I didn't add. I just held on to it and I just kind of let it run. But I still got the same position.
All right, so this might be an area where you guys on a break of this resistance right here. Wait for it to close. Okay, so wait for that candle to close above this resistance. I think we're fine now. I think this is a pretty big resistance right here. All right, so if you guys look here, and we want to walk it up, right? Slowly walk the price up. So here, right? Here, all right? Here. Pretty good resistance, right? Pretty good resistance. So we're still near there, right? We're still near there. But guess what? We are pushing higher. So a break above this resistance here, add a bit more, right? Don't go heavy, but add, right? Add. So we're getting some daylight here, right? We're getting some daylight here. So you can add there. All right. Pretty good price action. Really good price action with this pair here. All right. Let's take a look at a few more. Any questions on this one here? Any questions?
I was wondering if I should, because I'm doing forex.com.
Okay.
And just the way it works with opening new positions and closing old positions, it's just not the best, I imagine. So I'm thinking of keeping my original position there and then maybe opening another broker, and during those pullbacks, maybe taking positions on the 30 minutes. What do you think on that?
No.
All right, that's that.
No. So we don't want to bring in the 30-minute time frame. All right. And then opening another broker. So with forex.com, you can add a position. So you can scale up, right? So you can add a positions. It's just going to add to your overall position. It's not going to give you an individual position.
No, at least my experience has been my original position, which is often the best position.
Mm-hmm.
If I open a new position and I want to close it, I have to close my original one first. And so maybe the new position is not doing well, but the original one is still in profit. I have to close the one in profit before I can close the new position. So that's just, it's not worked out well for me in the past.
Okay.
Maybe and then it won't let me close out a piece of the.
No, it won't do
I have to close out the whole thing. Huh?
Yeah, you have to go. If you want to do that, I think Hugo's way, Trader's Way will do that.
Okay.
But let's talk about this though. So what you're saying is, if you get in your original position here, all right. So let's say you hold in this position.
Yeah.
And you wanted to add, let's say it breaks this resistance right here and you added a second position.
Yeah.
Why would you want to close the first position?
It won't let me. So let's say I want to close the second position. It won't let me close the second one before the first one.
No, but what I'm asking, why would you want to close the first one before you get this one?
Well,
Are you doing it to take profits?
Yeah, like you want to take some profits or something. I don't know.
Stella.
Or it's going against you and you don't want it to like totally go against you. So you want to, if it's not, anyway. There's another strategy.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Welcome, Peter. Hey, Rainman, you had a question?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
What do you think about opening a position through like a futures position? Like, do you know anything about that? Instead of just buying a Forex, getting a futures, but still buying a pair, buying into the yen from a futures.
That could be done. That could be done. Yeah, but I want to focus on here though.
Okay.
All right. Good question. Okay, so Stella. And this is for everyone, right? This is for everyone. We can take a really good trade, right? We can take and what we want to do is when we trade, it really needs to be kind of systematic, right? Systematic, without a lot of interference, right? And I'm really glad you guys stayed with the yen pairs. That's a good test. All right, so that's good. All right. All right. So understand that when we scale up, right, this is what we're doing. We're scaling up, right? We're not scaling out. All right, that's a whole different process where we could take a large position here as the price moves, as it hit new resistance, right? As it hit new resistance levels, we could take profit. Okay, Stella, that's what you're referring to. Okay, so you bought here, right? Let's say you took a big position here. As the price moves higher, you would close some of that profit. You would close some of that trade. It moves higher, you would close some of the trade. By the time you get a sell signal here, you've closed, let's say 90% of the trade. All right, we're not doing that. And Forex.com, you can't do that there. All right. So just work on this, okay? Work on doing this. And I know it's hard with the pullbacks, especially with the yen pairs, right? But this is what we want to do. And you guys you're there, you're almost there, right? We just got to get the emotions out of it, right? Get the, just work on the emotions. You're going to get that pullback, right? So here was the first trade here. All right. We want to keep that first trade. We don't want to close it out yet. We'll have a chance to do that, right? So, right, that's that reaccumulation phase, right? This is the markup phase, right? All of this is the markup phase, right? And I know we can't see any of this yet. Any of this hasn't happened yet. So we just have to have some faith, all right? Some faith that this hasn't happened yet, all right? So this is our first position here, all right? We hold this position, price breaks resistance, we add another one here, all right? We just go ahead and add another one here. If it breaks resistance, again here, we add another one here. We've talked about adding on a pullback, all right? You can do that. If you want to be a bit conservative, just add on the breakout where new buyers are coming in. And we add, all right? We continue to add, okay, until we get the sell signal to close it out. And I'm glad you can't do this, Stella, in Forex.com. I'm glad you can't close the original trade here because we need this trade, right? We need to hold this one here because we're building our trades, right? So think of each position working for you, all right? So this position here is working for you. Once you guys have done this really well a few times, guess what? You'll love doing this, okay? Because you'll see the growth. Who has done this from start to finish? Has anyone scaled up from start to finish? I wish Bill was here. I know Bill has done it.
I've done it.
You've done it, Charity?
Yeah.
And how many positions did you scale up? How many times did you scale up? How many times?
It's generally like 3.
3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How have you noticed a difference in your capital when you scale up or when you've just taken a single trade? So where you've scaled up 3 positions, right? All right, and then when you've taken just one trade from the buy signal to the sell signal, is there a difference?
Well, I feel like, yes, there's a difference for sure. You feel more comfortable scaling up than you do just putting a big chunk of money in the beginning and then potentially losing it.
Okay.
And it's less scary to add those positions as you go up. Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm. Does it make a difference in the trade, in the profitability of the trade?
Yeah, because if you just put in the full amount in the very beginning, okay, that's a good question. Wondering.
Yeah, I want you guys to think, right? This trade here. So we're scaling up, we're not scaling out. We're scaling up. All right. This right here, this trade here, your first trade, that's going to be perhaps your most profitable trade because you're going to take it all the way from the bottom all the way to the top. That's the idea. All right. If we close this trade here, right, we're not getting the best price. All right. So if we chop it off, if we get out here, if we buy here, get out here, and we just randomly do that, guess what? We don't have that opportunity to go here. And I know that this is not a guarantee, right? That's not a guarantee, right? But we want to protect each leg of the trade. So every leg of the trade, we want to protect it with everything. That's why, on these pullbacks, it's important to stay in, right? And you guys did a really good job not getting out on the pullbacks. And I want you guys to feel the satisfaction because it is a lot of work. It's a mental game, right? So you have to really feel good about when you do it right. So you guys got in here, right? You guys didn't get out here, right? Gerald mentioned it was pretty scary, right, Gerald? Right? Right, on this pullback right here.
Oh, it was very scary. I think I woke up to that white candle and I'm like, what is happening here?
Yeah. Right. But what if you had closed here? You would have sold here, right? Now you wouldn't be in the trade net here. And the thing is, when we get out, when this happens, this noise happens right here, right? This does something to us because the trade is still set, right? It's still intact. If you guys look here, buy signal here, right? Right, no red candles, didn't get a sell signal. I mean, it's a perfect trade. So what happens to us as traders is that this is not this is not a winning trade if we get out, right? And what happens is that it really plays, a mind game with us, all right? And then what happens, we'll end up chasing it, right? But the bottom line is that we're not following the process, all right? So the goal is this. And I know scaling up is advanced, right? Adding to the position is an advanced skill, but I think I think you guys can do it, right? If you can't, go back to this. If we can't stay, right, in the trade from start, from the buy signal to the sell signal, all right? If we do this first, work on this first, all right? So if we're having trouble staying with the trade, right, scaling up, go back to this, right? Go back to this and stay till the end. Make sure we're able to stay from the buy signal to the sell signal. The system is here to help you guys, okay? So stay in the trade. If you can't stay in, right? When it's and scale up properly, go back to this, right? Fine tune this, go back to the basics, right? Get in on the buy signal, get out on the sell signal, and do that. Do that for a while, okay? All right, Stella? So you do that for a while. And then once you really work things out with the nerves, then start scaling up. And then you might want to scale up just once. all right, and see how that feels. All right, reduce the amount and see how that feels. See how your emotions and everything, right, plays out. And then once you get the confidence, okay, then you can scale up a second time and a third time and a fourth time. Everyone is different, right? Everyone is different, but the process from start to finish has to be done properly. All right, we can take, this is one trade here. This is one trade, but we can take 10 traders and each trader will trade this differently. All right, so we can, this trade right here from start to finish is one trade, but every 10 traders will look at it and trade it differently. We need everyone trading it the same way. All right, from start to finish, right? So here was our buy signal here. We could have added here or here, all right? And then we could have added here, get out here. All right, so this is the same, this is one trade, same with right here, okay? So buy here, okay, we could have added here or added here, all right? Now we wait to now add here, all right? So, all right, so just kind of fine tune that process, but good job staying with the trade. You guys did an amazing job because the yen pairs, they do move and you guys stayed in them. All right, I want to go through any questions on this. Stella, does that help a bit? I hope.
Yeah, it does. I'm going to try and scale up maybe on just one pair, the odd JPY, because I'm far away from where the price is now. So maybe I'll try that one. Yeah, just like I said, everyone is different, and some of the pairs are different too, right? So scaling up on pound yen will be very different, all right, compared to Aussie, right? Aussie yen is not as volatile, right? Still volatile compared to the other pairs, but not as volatile, okay? So, and not every pair, like here, this is a good one where we could have scaled up, right? Here was the entry right here. And still, I believe you got in right around the buy signal, I think. So still, who else is in here? Just below the buy signal.
Just below. Who else is in here? Charity, are you in this one?
Aussie, yeah, I'm in that one.
Aussie yen.
Yeah, I'm in that one.
You're in that one, Joe. Okay, start having confidence in this, guys. I mean, we talked about this, right? We talked about, now, do they work out every time? No, we know that, right? But they work out quite a bit, right? So here was our buy signal here. We've been watching this resistance here, right? Resistance here, right? And we've been talking about hoping that it break that resistance. When you guys see it breaks resistance, right? A big resistance that we're watching, right? This is a really good area to add, to scale up, okay? When we have a big resistance like this, buyers, when we break and we close above that resistance, you'll see buyers come in. So those of you, Stella, you guys want to be, if you want to be a bit more cautious on where to scale up, if you don't want to scale up on some of these smaller levels, these big levels, that's a safer area, all right, to scale up, because we'll have more real buying coming in. And then it's farther up in the markup phase where if you get a pullback, you're in the trade pretty good, right? You've got some profit, right? It's not, you're not going to be in a negative situation. So just kind of work on that, all right? But we do want to scale up. All right, we do want to scale up. That will increase our profitability. All right, so good trade, good job keeping this trade. Here was a pullback right here. All right, so a bit rocky in here, but guess what, right? It's moving up nicely. Okay, so it's nicely in the markup phase. So so good job. All right. So Gerald, you traded 10,000 units on this?
Yeah, I took 10,000 units on this Aussie yen. Hey, listen, I gotta, sometimes you gotta learn how to fly, you know?
And how long have you been trading now, Gerald, Forex?
I've only been trading since what? The beginning of the end of May, April.
April, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, we're in July. Okay. Okay, I'm going to challenge you guys. Now everyone is different, right? So trading is like a muscle. All right. So what Gerald just did is he put on some more weight. Right. So he just put on more weight. So he's building his muscle. He's been working things out, right? And the best traders, this is what they do, right? They really work things out, but then you've got to put on more weight, right? We can't be afraid to put on more weight. All right. If we don't put on more weight, guess what? We'll stay in, we'll stay in that 1,000 units for a long time. All right. Everyone is different, but the goal is to put on more weight, right? So he's trading 10,000 units. Yeah, he's put on more weight, right? And he's gonna feel it a bit, right? On that pullback, right? He's gonna feel it a bit. But guess what? He'll also have the reward. All right. And then once the goal is, right? I don't know what his goal is, right? But guess what? Once he gets past 10,000, right? Then he move higher from there. Okay. So I'm going to challenge everyone, and we want to get.
Hey, David, can I say one thing about that, David?
Yes, go ahead.
I had to be careful when I did do that larger unit size, because I'm such a new trader, that I don't enter other trades for those pullback margins, because I know I can't have 7 or 8. I can't have that many open trades because I have to protect that pullback and that margin. So I kind of knew that as well. So I'm not in a lot of other trades that could be more profitable.
Yeah. Why did you decide to do it on Aussie yen?
I want, it was just, I don't know. It was just one of the yen pairs that I picked. I saw the resistance, and I saw all the noise. But I think it was the first few candles that really, like, I think this may be my larger unit size out of all the yens to buy. And like I said, I think it was the first candle that really piqued my interest. But I don't know. It's just one of those yens that I just wanted to go bigger on, just to see how it was going to move.
Yeah. Yeah, and good job, right? You didn't do it on all of them, right? You selected the one that you felt, better about, right? And so you've got your other trades with the smaller lot sizes, but then guess what? You're building that muscle, right? With this one right here, okay? So those of you who have, and I know some of you have come to me, and we've talked about, P&L stuff. Focus on, start building your muscle, especially if you guys have been trading for 3, 4, 6 months, all right, and you haven't made any progress, all right. It's probably because we're not taking on more risk. We still have to be careful, right? We still have to be careful. But there are times when we need to put on more risk, all right? I'm going to always tell traders, right? Because we have new traders coming in all the time. And I'll always say, right? Trade small, trade small, trade small, right? But there are traders with us that are more experienced that you can trade larger amounts. Okay, I will always say trade small, right? But you know when you're ready, all right, to trade larger. But don't be afraid, right? Don't be afraid to trade larger. That's where the growth comes in. All right. So I'm glad that you did that, Gerald. Right. So whether the trade, we could get a big red candle coming overnight, you've got to get out. All right. No big deal. Right. It is what it is. All right. But continue to grow and build that. And I challenge everyone else. All right. This is not easy. This is a job.
And I don't want to make it seem like I just went straight into a 10,000 unit trade. In the dollar, when we had the dollar rotation, I had some half micro lots. I had 5,000 units in the dollar, so I was building it then, and I saw the P&L and what I profited. So I had a 7,000 unit trade in the dollar pairs. So I was just kind of moving up to now. I placed my first mini lot, which was a big deal to call it mini.
Yeah, good job. So you've been working, you've been building, adding. Okay, good job. All right, good job. So guys, kind of work on that. That's a good example. Thanks, Gerald. Thanks for sharing that. That's a good example. If you feel like you're stuck with your P&L and you're going nowhere, sometimes that's the issue, right? Sometimes it's not your trading, it's just the amount that we're trading. Still be careful, be selective, right? Build it slowly, but definitely we don't want to be trading the same amount, 3, 6, 8 months down the road. All right, we want to increase that size. Let's see here. I'm almost done. I just want to take a look at a pound yen here and we'll be done. All right, so pound yen, several of you are in pound yen. All right. Be careful in here with pound yen. Keep a close eye on it. Pound yen really moves. All right, so I would watch this area right here. This is where sellers came in before. All right, so right here is where sellers came in before, right here. And then right here is where sellers came in before, and we're approaching that area right here. We did hit that area, pull back a bit. All right, what we would like to see overnight, right? Overnight, and by the end of the week, so Friday, we would like to see a breakout. We need a breakout, okay? We need a breakout in pound yen. So those of you who are in pound yen, really watch for a breakout, okay? If you wanted to add, you can add a bit, not too heavy, all right? Because pound yen moves. If it fails though, right? If it fails, right? Watch out for that red candle. We get a red candle, get out quickly, all right? Because it comes down really fast, really, really fast. Okay, so I think we're good though. I think we're good. The only concern is that we've seen some selling in here. All right, so we got some selling coming in within the group. We don't like that. We need this to be solid blue. Okay, kind of like here. All right, so that's the concern right here. You guys might want to put it, don't trade it on the 30-minute, but watch the 30-minute time frame. Okay, and we just hope that it holds in this area right here and then break out. If it breaks out, it will break out pretty nicely, kind of like here. We could get a nice big candle here. All right, so just keep an eye on pound yen. I wanted to mention that. The Aussie Kiwi pairs, those are nice opportunities that are shaping up. Okay, I do like the yen pairs, but again, this is a concern here. All right, hopefully what I would like to see is some buying come back in. And we have a few here. Let's see here. Not dollar, not the dollar yen. The dollar yen. I don't like that pair, but we could get another buy signal. That would be great. All right. TRY is doing its own thing. Here, HKD right here, we could get another buy signal. Okay, so that would be encouraging. These will turn blue again, up. All right, so nothing in the, stay away, stay away, stay away. I had a trader contact me today, wanted to go long, right? One of the dollar pairs on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, we don't want to do that. Okay, at all. Lots of selling in here, lots of selling in here. So stay away from the dollar pairs. All
David,
right.
can you look at the euro yen real quick? No,
Euro-
euro, yeah, euro yen. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one we looked at. Still holding good target. So we're still, I'm glad you mentioned this one, Zaire. So here is resistance, here is resistance, here is resistance. Here was our buy signal here, holding nicely, right? Holding nicely. Nice price action here. Look at this, right? Green candles, and it's looking to move higher. This is an area here of concern also. All right. I think it's fine. Here is where we got selling before. Always be careful of where the sellers are, right? Sellers are here, sellers are here. I think we're good to get past this resistance here. I'll be careful adding. I'll just be careful. This was a good area here to add. I'll be careful in here. You got you got some traffic in this area here. All right. If we can get in this area in here smoothly, we can then test this area right here. All right. Okay. So Zaire, you got in at the buy signal, near the buy signal in here.
That was me.
That was you, Tyler? Oh,
Yeah, that was me that said that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
got in at the buy signal right there. And
Okay.
I was just kind of itching. I put a little more capital into my account, and I'm just looking for an opportunity to put some more in there. So I'm not, and like you said, that resistance point right there is kind of making me a little gun shy. But I thought on this bull pullback, maybe should I add a little bit more, but I didn't.
Okay. So you've got one position, just your first position.
Yeah, that's it. And right at the buy signal.
Okay. I mean, yeah, this is a concern right here. You do have yellow support and resistance. I would just be careful. You know, you've got, I mean, you've all this is a concern here. All right. All this is a concern. You know, sellers are here, sellers are here, sellers are here, right? So this area right in here, right? So I don't know if I would add. I would wait, right? If you can get above this resistance right here, then you might want to really add to that to your position. Okay. All right. So just a very choppy in here, very choppy in here. But I mean, on the it's got good price action though. I mean, it's got good price action, nicely up in the markup phase. If you wanted to add, just add a small amount. Okay, here, if you wanted to add here, you could add here, but I wouldn't go heavy. Okay, but a break above here, a close, if it closes above here, right, that might be a good area to add, especially if you're going a bit heavy. All right. All right. I'm done. I'm done. I just want to show you guys one other thing here. We have 44 of the pairs are over 20. All right. Just only a few pairs here. All right. Only a few pairs here consolidating. So nice movement in Forex. Nothing to be majorly concerned with. Nice volatility. So it is moving for us. Okay. So hold your positions, yen, Aussie, New Zealand. That's where we need to be. Nothing else here. Okay, so here, hopefully our hope is that these yen pairs here that are down, reverse, moves up, and we want to see solid buying in the whole group. solid buying in the whole group. Now these pairs here, yen, kiwi, and Aussie pairs, they follow all the equity markets. So they do follow the equity market. So as the equity markets move higher, these pairs here, all right, tend to move higher too. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so keep that in mind. If the equity markets, if we get buying tomorrow, buying Thursday, these will help these pairs right here. Okay, that will help these pairs here. All right, guys. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll go through equities and options tomorrow. Okay, take care. Bye.
Thank you, David.
Okay, bye, guys.